Hi Wendy, how are you?
Great. It's you.
Hi, I'm Damien Cox from Televidos from Chile. Um, my first question is, Joyce convinced that she's a great leader even when things don't go exactly as planned. How does she evolve during season two with all her new plots?
Yeah. Look, Joyce is going to get a big dose of humble pie, as per usual. I here's what I can say about Joyce. She means well. And when she started in this career, she was an oncologist, but switched over to hospital administration thinking she was really going to make a difference. And she has spent her life just beating her head against a brick wall. Okay, so she's very excited about the birthing center that she's opening. And we're going to see what it takes to get that damn thing opened. By episode 17 of the season, we're finally going to see that ribbon cutting, and I can't wait for your audiences to see it because it is bonkers. Does it become worth it? I think so. But we're going to learn a lot about Joyce's personal life in season two, mainly that her personal life is terrible and embarrassing, but she's going to try to go on a date after almost getting married. So, there's a lot to look forward to.
So documentary seems to be a genre that really fits you. I mean, after Reno and, well, of course, now. What is it about the whole breaking the fourth wall with the mockumentary that you like? And what have been the differences between filming Reno 9/11 and your current show?
Well, I think that the mockumentary genre kind of works for workplace shows now because there's so many docuseries about different workplaces. So I think people kind of expect it to be that way a little bit. And I like it because the nature of the camera moving around while people are talking, it picks up on little bits of humor that you wouldn't otherwise see. So it takes you in the mind of people who aren't talking necessarily, which means you have to pay attention. But it also, I think, is just a really expedient way to tell a story. So with the mockumentary device, we don't have to film from every single angle. We're just gonna get it on the fly, and it makes you feel that sense of urgency that the characters would feel. And what's different between this and Reno was that Reno just didn't look good ever. It was not meant to look good. It was meant to look like the show Cops. So our camera people were hurting themselves constantly trying to keep up with us because we never rehearsed anything. So, we would go back and forth and be moving all around, and they would have to catch up to us and trip over things. Whereas here, we do kind of map it out for the camera people. We don't want anybody to get hurt, you see. That would be a bad look for a hospital show.
That would be a terrible look. So, St. Denis Medical, well, it's obviously very funny. I mean, it's been picked up for season 3, as I've heard, and I've seen the show, and I really enjoyed it. But it also has this, let's say, authentic feeling. Like, these are people that, in most cases, you could run into in a day-to-day. How do you do to have each of these characters be so very specific, but at the same time, like real people?
Well, I think with this show, we're really trying to showcase work families, and I mean, not just how people show up every day and keep fighting the good fight, whether or not, the odds are against them, but work families are so important because you end up spending more time with them than your real family. Even though the reason you work is because of your real family, you end up, being there for you're just sort of pushed together. Again, you can't pick your real family, and you kind of can't pick your work family. You're stuck together and you have to make it work, especially in these high stakes situations. So I think what we're showing is that you make the choice to get along for the greater good, and that is better for everybody. But yeah, your personal life does suffer. So I think that is coming across, that these people are human and just trying to make a living and do the right thing.
Well, I'm gonna take that idea of your work family. The cast seems to have incredible chemistry, at least on camera. Is it the same behind camera?
I think it is. And listen, that's not a given, but shows used to do chemistry tests with people. They don't do that anymore. They do not do it. There's no time. So luckily we all got along and we all want this show to be successful. And yeah, we have a lot of different personalities, but everything fits really well. Thank God. Because we've all been on those shows where that is not the case.
So we've already gone over, Joyce is a real character and she's always coming up with these plots and all. But if Joyce could spend one day working in a real hospital, what would you think would happen? I think Joyce's default is when I get too stressed, I'll start picking out paint colors. Or, as long as everything's running smoothly, I'm gonna start putting together a Pinterest board of different koi ponds I'd like to have on the property. Like she has such good ideas, but they have nothing to do with her current reality. And we all know somebody like that, right? Like there's nothing I can do right now, but I can fantasize about this and kind of check out a little bit. Joyce became an administrator after she was an oncologist, right? So she's doing this for good reasons, but she's been hitting her head against a wall for 25 years. And I think it's really weighed on her because she thought she'd be a lot further along. But let's face it, she begs for money all day, every day. That's her job. And trying to placate people when she doesn't believe what she's saying anymore. And that's a tough balancing act. It is. Well,
but hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's also true. That's all the time I have, Wendi. Thank you very much for taking the time and congratulations on the new season of St. Denis Medical.
Oh, thank you so much.